And Vessel isn't even that great this game because they're playing against an Abaddon.
Yeah. Instant dispel already with the Gil as well. Yeah, I don't know. That's
Ooh.
hard. I do agree. It seems like this Veno had its place in this game and got swiftly taken away by getting put onto the 5 roll. But what they sacrificed for that was having this tiny and the visage in the offlane. Is that enough to kind of like make yourself feel good about it that this offlane will do so well that the Venom will have a lot of space on the map? And clearly, like, you want to get yourself a lot of support goal in this game. You really want to try to like be the aggressors on the side. You said they want to have like a 20 to 25-minute combo. Well, if this Venomancer can be a part of that, then he will get that net worth that he needs for probably a laundry list of items that he needs to participate in the game.
Yeah, I think the Visage offlane is gonna do very well without a doubt. And even like the Veno Luna lane should do decently. It's not the laning stage I'm necessarily super worried about. I just feel like Veno doesn't do anything afterwards.
And I'll definitely. I mean, if the Luna can come out of the laning stage feeling pretty strong, Veno is able to group around with his team and get himself some gold, then I could be okay. But I mean, looking to the side of Thunder Awaken, then their mid game doesn't look weak. You have Dawnbreaker, you have the Snapfire Ogre, and then the Abba for a quick, again, 1-to-1 counter on the Veno and everything he wants to do. Seems very hard for them to kind of play out this mid game already without a strong lane victory.
We'll see how this top lane goes for Thunder Awaken. They are very tanky. They have 2 strength heroes. They're not exactly fast, but they're gonna have a good amount of magic damage once they hit like level 2, 3. And both Luna and Veno are technically ranged heroes. They're still gonna have to get quite close.
Yeah, you can see.
And that's risky against Fire Blast plus Cookie plus Scatter Blast.
I guess the one thing that you have, right, is the Venomancer. Since there is no purge in this lane, it's going to be free Gales.
Yeah.
But will it be enough?
Gil is pretty decent in terms of damage overall. It's just not the most efficient spell because Veno is so low on mana.
Yeah.
He's really dumb.
Probably going to be... Dude, he do be dumb. It's probably going to be a Bassi in the lane, I guess, to try to make up for that. Not like the Luna minds the mana anyways.
We'll see what he goes for. It's always funny speaking about item progression for position 5s. Like, you wish.
Yeah, what 10 minutes down the line, this guy might be able to afford a win list.
It's like, I'm sure he's gonna have money for what is it these days? 425 item, just casually.
Let's see, the people who will have some gold in the mid lane, going for a quick bottle on Sebas, and for Leshrac, for Dark Mago, he's going for another quick bottle as well. I haven't played a whole lot of the mid lane myself. I imagine this is going to be Dark Mago eventually just trying to push out this wave and taking some farm for him on the sides, or do you want to see him really rotate into these other lanes to help get some win?
No, I don't think that's the place for Lesh. He's just gonna farm up, maybe put some pressure on the lane, but Lesh's spike isn't really that early. It's not like a puck where you just hit level 6 and then hit up one of the side lanes. I mean, you can try to go for a gank, but it's more about pushing and putting pressure on the map as opposed to killing heroes.
Oh, he's putting pressure on the mid lane. A lot of good damage on Sebas right now. Hopefully he can keep it up here. And I guess towards our bottom side, only one left. Sodden and Draken on the good old tiny visage combo. And it is because I know that we didn't know if it was going to be a pause 1 Dawn. It looks like it did end up being that way. I mean, is this going to be one of the better laners? I mean, I think Dawn rarely loses lane, honestly.
I would be surprised to see him die.
Oh. Hop, it's your favorite hero! Unfortunate, went down the top side. A lot of stuns out from the Snapfire and the Ogre. Immediately Cookie and Fire Blast. It's reminiscent to what you were talking about. You said a Centaur kind of fits the bill. It is a stun after the Cookie with a little bit of nuke damage.
Yep. It's very hard for Veno to play this. At least he can still pull.
True. It'll be easier to contest those eventually when you have a few points in the wards. But honestly, in the support role, he may not go for it. Oh, mid lane. Oh, a lot of trading. Sabaz again does get one dodge out on the lightning storm. Dr. just gonna chase him under the tower. Another lightning storm. He's got 2 points in it. He only needs one more tick. He's got the mana for it, and there it'll be. A solo kill in the mid lane. Dark Mago.
He's such a great laner. Just from start to finish, the way he positions himself and makes sure that he always gets in right clicks between CSing. It's really a joy to watch.
That's one of the hardest parts. I mean, there's so much to think about in the mid lane. Like sometimes it's hard to just focus on hitting creeps or hitting heroes. The fact that you can do both of them so often, very impressive. But yeah, and also bottom we watched kill on the Abaddon. Got chased down. We were able to catch that one as well. But so far a little bit of a laney victory for Thunder Awaken. As you guessed, it was probably going to lean their way. How hard is that? Because you said Tempest again, they want to go for this earlier timing, but if they end up losing the lanes, gonna hurt them a lot.
I feel like it's all gonna come down to Sladin's Blink Dagger timing. Because if you look at their heroes, only the Ember can really make plays. But Ember is not gonna be able to kill any heroes when they have such tanky heroes on Thunder Awaken. Like, who would an Ember be able to solo kill? It's 4 minutes into the game and the lowest HP hero has 720 plus healing.
10th heroes are good, but bottom Pakaz, as we said, didn't think that he would go down in this lane, but he is getting chased, and Pandamu with the shield does dispel him, and he'll be okay. So even that, as he said, like, who do they have the damage to kill, as well as having this Abba behind them, but in the mid lane, again, this time it wasn't solo, he had some help. Matthew strolled into the mid lane, and they get another kill on the Ember Spirit. I mean, at this point, I don't know if he can even go for the Orb of Corrosion anymore. He might just have to settle for boots and Lightstone.
Yeah, this feels so terrible for an Ember. He's almost full 2 levels behind at 5 minutes. That's not a great sign. It's not even like he's CSing poorly.
Oh, there's just a ton coming up from Mago. And 35 CS already in the mid lane, and they have Matthew here again. I mean, you already killed him once. You're almost doubling his CS. Why do they gotta bring the ogre here? I'd be so mad. It's like, man, you're already beating me in my lane. Please don't bring help.
To answer the question of why bring the ogre, because Snapfire doesn't need help. Because this Veno Luna lane doesn't really have a lot of kill potential. As long as Sacred just stands back and secures range creeps with the Scatter Blast, they get from the lane what they want with very little risk.
Yeah, I mean, he's only got 23 CS right now, but as you said, he just secured himself that range creep. And oh, mid lanes. Looks like Sodden came in to try to help, but that's just going to be more kills from a go. Another one down, and no one can survive in this mid lane. Even the cart getting some good damage. Over 50% of the HP gone in that mid lane tower.
Yep. It's only going to get worse as the edict points come raining in.
This is the second time that Dark Mago has done this. He's dragged this wave fully over so he can get himself the bounty rune. He bottles up a bit and he just takes this camp as he's taken the mid wave already. That is just incredible efficiency.
Yep. He's getting so farmed already.
And speaking of
7
farm,
minutes, he's almost level 8.
Top lane, a bit of a skirmish. Kadu goes down. Tara's gonna be locked in center, but what an avalanche into the toss up, and Seabass gonna come in as well. They will lose Sacred and Matthew into the camp. Katara will pick up the kill, so that's pretty nice for the Ember to get involved in some of those, but still, they do end up losing their Venomancer again.
It's definitely a nice kill. They need to make sure that they can keep punishing Thunder Awaken for any kind of overaggression.
Even then, that helps out. As you said, like, this Luna eventually is going to be part of their mid game because she does want to hit a timing and kind of participate with the team.
We'll catch you.
Oh no.
It's gonna be fine.
That's the thing. Those slows don't matter when the Venomancer is already slow. He's literally a counter to slows. It's so good. Such a good hero.
Going for the 1-1-1 build.
I guess I don't mind it. Levels are very sparse, so if he went for any other point, he wouldn't have wards for a while.
Yeah, usually I would say that on Veno you definitely want to max some skills. Because when you have level 1 wards, it's just
They die.
basically free gold for the enemy, and
Yeah.
both Poison Sting and Gil skill really well. But yeah, as a position 5, you don't really have the choice. Because you want
Oh.
Sting and Gil for laning presence, and then afterwards you want to have wards, so you need to start getting them at some point.
Sapphire super happy, right? Sacred usually would have to go for like a little shredder, maybe, to get a lot of hits into that. But I mean, the ward's die in 2 hits anyways. He doesn't need any extra help. It looks like they're pressuring this lane a little bit. I mean, actually, he wanted to try to like hold out this wave and get himself some XP, but honestly, Snapfire is just pressing into it as fast as possible. Oh no, they're even gonna use the kisses. Oh god. There's no respite for a Venomancer. And I mean, Kataro comes up here just to get the free kill on Matthew, but here comes the Solar Guardian, Matthew. He actually heals up, then they get the stun on the Luna. It was a bait! They get the kill on the safe laner slot and TP's in, but it's well too late to save the Luna. Thankfully, it looks like he will get a revenge kill, gets the Ogre, and then Seabass gonna just try to run through the trees, has a DD, but oh no, thinks that the Snapfire went top. It didn't. Ran back to the base, and I'll only end up being 1 kill, I guess, on the Luna, but still, that one does hurt after the Venomancer had already died.
Very nice juke.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, mid tier 1 was taken.
It's
the Lesh effect.
Lesh effect is feeling real good right now. 5,000 net worth already before the 10-minute mark. It's not often you see something like that unless it's like a coddle or something. So Dark Mago really farming up. And with this, looks like he's going right in for the Bloodstone. So not necessarily the scaling item it once was, but still very good for dealing that damage and getting your mana back. I mean, with this much of a lead, feels like any item is right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You can get whatever, but Bloodstone is definitely very nice. I can see Tempest struggling with killing him.
Ooh.
That was too close for comfort.
Nice remnant dodge, though, from Siva. So very good dodge. Unfortunately, it does mean that Mago is still just gonna get all this mid lane farm for free. And, you know, 2k net worth lead for Thunder Awaken. They do end up losing their bot tower, so this will be somewhere free for the Luna to start running around and getting her farm. She's going, well, it's not off. I guess I shouldn't say not often. It's kind of prevalent that you go for the Mask of Madness and the Dragonlance on the Luna. It just means that your other items are going to be a little bit pushed back if you're not going, you know, for a Manta style and a BKB.
I feel like a Dragonlance is an item you buy every single game on Luna just because you can just split it into a BKB.
That's what you expect to get there, like 25 minute timing still up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should get a BKB in like 5 or 6 minutes. No problem.
Well, again, she should have a lot of the bottom side of the map to farm. Looks like top side is going to be occupied by Pakaz. If he's going for an Echo Saber for himself, yep, he's already got the Oblivion Staff on Courier. And with that, I imagine we're going to see a little bit of an aggressive move from Thunder Awaken, right? I mean, soon in 100 gold, we're going to have a Bloodstone for Dark Mago on the left track. So getting everything that he wants, and their team is going to be so strong after he completes the item.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent timing. Generally, you see Leshrex build BOTs quickly, just to get that map presence. But I like that Dark Mago is investing a bit more into just fighting.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea how anyone's gonna be able to kill him.
Right? He doesn't have to go anywhere. He can start forcing down objectives by himself, and he'll even have the Dawnbreaker to kind of follow him up. It does feel like he's not the one that has to be responding. He can make everyone respond to him.
Tempest is doing a pretty decent job farming now. After the terrible start, Ember is recovering pretty well, and both the Luna and the Visage are doing okay.
Yeah. Really, the only one that's feeling sacked is the Snapfire. Or, sorry, not the Snapfire. The Visage, but, I mean, Visage is going for the Vladimirs. This is going to be a quick Wraith Pact, I believe, or would you like to see them go somewhere else with it?
Yeah, I think the Wraith Pact is decent here. Like, Visage doesn't really need too many items, so he can just build whatever the team needs.
Every team needs a Wraith Pact.
Yep.
He's even just allowed to sat farm down here by himself. Doesn't seem like anyone's try to dive him. Although, I guess if they do get on top, they can use the Mortimer's Kisses. But I mean, mid lane, that's where Sacred's going. I mean, he's not rotating anywhere bottom, so looks like our Visage will take a while. Do you like them doing this, like kind of being static with the farming on Dark Mago right now, even though it feels they could probably take some more objectives off the map?
Yeah, I think it's okay. He doesn't really need to force anything because he's gonna farm really fast too. And he's not ever truly safe before his BKB.
Yeah. He's just going to keep accentuating this lead, and once he gets the BKB, then he truly is unkillable.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, then in the meantime, as you said, we're going to get farm on the Tempest side. And Luna's a very good flash farmer, so definitely going to take advantage of it. Has the BKB coming, as you said. Hammer already queued up. So once they have that, it feels like they'll be able to contest. And oh no, got you. Mortimer's Kiss is used down bottom, and they will pick up that kill. Sacred almost getting himself towards that blink dagger, and then shortly after, I imagine he'll have the shard.
That's definitely gonna be their best tool to try and kill this Ember.
Yeah, this Ember who's trying to get himself a Maelstrom to also farm up a bit. Like Tiny went down top. Guys picking up the kill. Good for him. And I guess we haven't talked about the... Ooh, maybe we won't have the chance to. Matthew running deep into the enemy triangle. Gonna kill a few birds of the Visage. Looks like that may be all they get, but they're burning and catch you again. I would be a little bit careful.
Ooh, this is the second set that they kill, so no birds for 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hero at this point. I mean, you'll be able to throw a few grave chills, but very unfortunate. Now with the jump through from Sacred, they'll get the kill on the Venomancer again, taking over the triangle. Thunder not gonna let anyone touch the ancients from Dire.
Ooh,
Right.
Pakaz.
Oh, top side, yeah, looks like they have the Eclipse from Luna, and Kataro gonna pick himself up a very nice kill. That gets him so much closer to that BKB. I mean, dare I say, they're gonna be able to contest this BKB timing on Leshrac.
Yeah, this Luna's definitely in a good spot.
We'll be off for back for sure. I've seen a few games like this already, and this is very reminiscent actually of their first game that they played of the series versus Sakori, where Kataro felt like it was all gold on the Luna, and if they could just get that one fight where the Luna was able to get even with top farmed heroes on the enemy team, then they could just snowball the game, and that is what happened. They eventually got a very nice fight bottom, and then ran up towers. So I guess that's what they're looking to do again this game, and the Wraith Pack will be able to enable that once they get that on the Visage. Help protect Katara around him, also being able to set up some kills with the Tiny. As you can see, a blink in, toss back with Sacred, and that's just going to be another kill for Kataro. Grave Chill looks like it'll finish it off. So 3 kill spree going to Draken, and they actually might want to fight a little bit more. A nice dispel already from Pandamu, but looks like the rest of the team, no, they do want to chase. Toss backwards. Looks like the Tiny might die for this one, but they already have the Poison Nova, and poor Venomancer does just get found out by Pakaz. And now with that Starbreaker, with the Shard, spell immunity, and into the kill. Again, this poor Visage goes down. At least this time, whenever he responds, he'll have some birds up. But oh no, Zumas, he might go down. Okay, quick remnant away. That Ember almost going down, almost getting confident. Instead, it's 3 gone in the mid lane for Tempest, and looks like they won't be able to pressure any objectives just yet from Thunder Awaken off of it.
Yeah, Sebas did a really nice job cutting the wave there.
Oh no.
Taro. BKB.
Yeah, as the BKB will be able to turn, but I gotta be careful. Do not want to try to re-engage. Unfortunate. That is the first charge of the BKB. It does mean that she lives, but it is for running away.
Yeah, that's 90 seconds, no BKB for Tempest now.
It hurts so much. The first time you get a BKB, you really want to fight with your team, and you have to press it and run away. That's just, it never feels good. It's obviously the right play. You don't want to die there, but it just feels so sad.
Lesh does have the BOTs now. Gonna be going for a blink. Just get on top of these heroes like Visage and Veno.
I mean, that's not a BKB, so still until the BKB out, he's not unkillable. Maybe that's why they're not trying to force any other objectives.
I mean, so far he hasn't died yet. Does that mean
True.
he's unkillable?
He's already unkillable. He doesn't need the BKB. They haven't threatened him. That's a good point. I don't know. I guess my only worry would be if they are able to land a Avatos, get him under a tower, then he could be in danger. Speaking of danger, Pandamu was the one initiated on here by Sebas, so we'll run onto the high ground, but a nice toss back on the Abba. Looks like he will go down to the Visage eventually, but they already traded for Slotted, and oh no, this Ember Spirit might get locked down. No, able to get away just in time, but these birds might be the victims. Again, I mean, Dragon, he may have to sacrifice them for the rest of his team. No, it looks like they will run away as the Wraith Pact is already out.
Pretty decent fight for Tempest. I mean, it's practically even, but I feel like that is good for Tempest.
Yeah, I mean, right into the Roche pit as well. I mean, without these objectives being pressured by Thunder Awaken, this feels like it's definitely on the table. And with the Visage Birds, with the added lifesteal from the Wraith Pack, they could do this, but Matthew running right in. He'll be the first one initiated in on. Kanchu given a lot of vision with the wards, but oh no, they get the stun out on the Luna. Has to pop the BKB, trying to run in on the Leshrac, but here comes the ulti from the Dawnbreaker. You can't burst down a Leshrac like that, and Dark Mago, he's just gonna try to run down Luna, but a nice toss out from the Tiny, actually saves his carry, but she can't reinitiate. It looks like his team may go down here in the midst of the river. Dark Mago gonna try to get right on top of this Ember. They will get the kill, but all this damage from the Poison Nova, they're trying to get on top of the birds, but because he's running away, but the Poison Nova, it might already be enough damage. He will fall. What range, what presence from this Venomancer. You can't stop the Pause 5 Nova.
Yeah, that was a good amount of damage. Can they take the Roche now? That is the question.
Yeah, I mean, they lost. That's a lot. They only have the Ogre and the Leshrac up. Thankfully, that is a pretty good portion of the team trying to get in here with the Venomancer, but they don't have a lot of contemporary Roshan tools, right? Like, you don't have a disarm really, you don't have a ton of minus armor. They really just have the Visage trying to tank, but here comes Dark Mago, and he gets a stun in there. Oh, this Visage might die. It looks like Kachu will go down first, then this poor Visage gets jumped on as well. The Wraith Pact's keeping him alive for a while, but I mean, in the meantime, Roshan's going down. They're gonna get one kill, another one on the Snapfire, and they're not only going to battle back this Leshrac, but they're gonna turn it right into Roshan.
Okay, not bad.
Oh, I can't believe that was allowed to happen. I swore that this Leshrac was going to kill everybody in his midst, but instead they end up turning the game around on him, even with all the damage he dished out. Now they're walking away from the pit with Aegis and everybody alive on their team. We're going to see a lot of objectives go down likely for Thunder Awaken.
This just proves that Dark Mago isn't unkillable.
And man, I mean, this Venomancer is doing such a good job right now. They got a ton of kills off that last fight as well. What is your favorite thing about the Venomancer in this game, Windblade?
Damn. I don't know how to respond to that.
It's looking good. I mean, right now the Veno going for the 4-step, as we said. Hopefully in the next fight he won't just get picked off immediately. We'll get to see some more Poison Novas. A lot of magic damage after the fact. But for the Thunder Awaken side, feels like they had a good grasp on this game, right? They kind of let it go from them. Would you like to see them be a little more conservative in these next few fights? Maybe wait for some tower fights and be the aggressors? Or do you want to see them still try to take some of the map even with the Aegis on the enemy side?
Yeah, I think they're definitely strong enough to keep forcing the issue a bit.
Oh, they're forcing it.
Slash is still very strong.
Oh yeah, dude. Slot in it. I feel like it didn't last very long at all.
Birds?
Bird one,
Oh,
down.
No. Bracken, you're birds.
Oh,
again.
no. Leshrac does a lot of damage to bird. That's they don't live if you drop them on a Leshrac.
I mean, they don't live if you're too far away to give them Gravekeeper's cloak.
That's also true. We should see Draken get a blink on top of the birds whenever Leshrac then.
Also, Visage is going for Aghanim's, but I'm not sure if I agree with that one. Because Aghanim's is a very strong item on Visage, but it's more tailored towards like a pick-off kind of game. Where you just want to fly around the map, put on pressure. Well, I feel like this game it may be better to just get more team items. Think about an AC pipe, those kinds of items. Even a solar crest would be pretty nice to put on top of the Luna.
And even so, like look at his net worth right now. I mean, he's barely cracking 8,000. By the time that he gets another 4,000 gold for the Aghanim Scepter, I mean, we're probably gonna be sitting at 35 minutes, maybe. It's gonna be a bit given his farm priority is very low.
We'll catch you. He's fine. He's totally fine.
Finally, he's got the points in the plague ward, so they don't die so quick anymore. They'll have Aegis on the Luna as well for another 2 minutes, so they may want to force this objective bottom. And oh man, bottom. He's trying to run, gets the avalanche toss up here, but Kataro, he's already going down. They get the first life of the Luna here. They're also gonna get the dump in with the Dawnbreaker. Big heal. So no one goes down just yet for the Radiant side, because he's picking up even more kills. Finally, they will lose the Snapfire. Kataro trying to get his team back into this engagement, but with the Eclipse, is it gonna be enough damage? It's getting soaked up by Pandamu with that borrowed time, so they don't get the kill on anyone just yet, but there it is, the big Glaze damage from Kataro. 4 are down, and I think that was even a dieback, or just a buyback on the Tiny. That was it.
Ooh. This is starting to look spicy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, only a 2k net worth lead, but they lost the Aegis. It seemed like they were going to have a good fight at first, but as soon as Kataro respawned, he had the BKB available. They ran down the Ogre and the Snapfire, and then that poor Lashrak just couldn't last amidst the damage of the Ember Spirit, actually rooting him down, helping out with the rest of his team.
The craziest thing is, Kotaro didn't even have to use his BKB.
Oh, yeah. I swore he used it in that fight. Yeah, that's still available. That's basically another Aegis, but oh no, a jump in for the Tiny. There, because he was already spinning, so he had the spell immunity from his shard. But oh man, Sebas just setting up all those kills. Gets another one on Sacred, down on the Snapfire for 40 seconds. Where did this Ember come from? It feels like the lane just wasn't for him, but afterwards, he's having a very good job coming back in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a big back. Oh man, they might get Pakaz here. He's trying to get away, but Starbreaker, it'll be the last thing he can do, and he goes in on the Luna. Not the good way to survive. He will fall. Has buyback. They're not going to use it here. Going to lose a support. Going to lose an Abba as well. And Darkmago trying to protect someone, but it looks like even the encroachment of the Visage onto the tier 4 towers. Is this really where you want to go? No, he may get the kill. Noah Yule's up in the air. No one's buying back just yet. Finally, they buy back, but it's too late. The ulti from Akaze couldn't save the Leshrac. It was just a second too late, and maybe they get the save instead. The last Lucent Beam from Kataro gets the kill, and no more Leshrac 50 seconds. And in fact, the toss back, it's a rampage for the Luna. Oh man, this seems like it's all Tempest.
What's happening?
How did it happen?
This is just chain feeding from Thunder Awaken. I feel like they're just completely disrespecting Tempest.
Mm-hmm. If they were just a little bit more coordinated on those buybacks, it seemed like Darkmago, he didn't want to go in at first, but then he started getting locked up. Then you have to buy back, and you really have to save him. He is such a core on your team, and now he doesn't even have the top net worth. In fact, he's behind the Ember Spirit. They're running right up the high ground on Tempest.
And this is gonna be a second set.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing that Thunder can do to stop this. Not without the Lesh. And even when the Lesh does respawn, he still doesn't have his BKB.
And I think this is where maybe we waited too long for the BKB. I think you and I both said the Bloodstone at that point in the game was huge. I still don't think that was a bad idea, but maybe he needed to prioritize the BKB a little bit sooner before he got that, like maybe the bots or the somewhere in between items.
Yeah,
now it seems like the startup from the Embers, right? Go ahead. I was gonna say, like, I think the startup for the Ember now is really starting to set up a lot of these kills, and the Yules is fine, but he still gets set up after he lands.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe he wanted to get it for like some kind of offensive potential. But every important hero on Tempest has a BKB.
No. Big pickups. The Ember Spirit already has his. Visage trying to get one soon. Luna has one as well, even going for the Satanic next. So even harder to burst down now on the Luna. And you can kind of see where they want to focus. They're making a smoke down towards bottom, gonna try to pick off the Dawnbreaker so there's no more help from afar. If they can get this Dawnbreaker, they might just crack open the game. Pakaz does pop the BKB, trying to TP away, will get it. That does mean that the top half of the map might be all open, and Sodden immediately TPs up. They want to take control of topside, and Roche might respond in 40 seconds. If they can have all the wards, all the dominant control on topside by the time it respawns, it'll be all Tempest.
Aghanim is now up on the Visage.
Ooh.
They can get a pick off with that. That would be huge. And they do see Dark Mago now. Gonna TP just in time.
Ooh. Almost had it. That is another Another series of events that could break open the game. As you said, like that Aghanim Scepter on the Visage, more of a pick-off potential, but now that they have so much of the map, they have a huge net worth lead. Now they can play that pick-off game, especially with the Dawnbreaker. If they want to make the most out of the map, they'll have the Dawnbreaker farming elsewhere and kind of just like ulti into those fights that they want to take.
Which is gonna be spawning in 1 minute.
Not too long of a spawn, so imagine Sodden, he's just gonna sit around here and wait for it. As long as they get this next Roshan, Tempest is feeling pretty free. What move does Thunder Awaken have to make then to deny this Roshan? Do you think they even have a prayer defending this Roshan?
I feel like the biggest problem for them is initiation. Because they can't really jump without instantly getting counter initiated upon and dying. Because Dark Mago doesn't have a blink or a BKB, Secret doesn't have a BKB. And I guess Bakaz could like run in or something, but it's gonna be slow, and Luna already has a Skadi.
He is trying to go for Deso, so he'll be a little bit more damage in the next fight, but oh no, he could get caught out here. Being seen by the Visage, 1 drop, 2 drop, Avalanche toss up, and that's gonna be a kill on Bakaz. 99 seconds, no buyback. He doesn't even have it for 3 minutes. Doesn't matter if he gets any more gold. So this seems to be, at this point, free Roshan if it's scouted, but they're actually considering going for the end here.
Yeah, why not? The tier 3 is probably safer.
Yeah. It's one of those where they definitely have time to buy back. They know that, you know, this Dawnbreaker is going to be in either way. It does feel, you know, as we said, there's their first series. They had a little bit of a lead that was thrown away in that game number 2. This time they're saying we're going to be constructive. We're going to make sure we go in here, get the Roshan, go up the high ground, and don't leave anything to chance. I'm kind of about it.
Yeah, they can just take this Aegis and then still have plenty of time to take the Megas.
And on the Thunder Awaken side, they probably don't feel too bad about it. Does mean they get to take one more fight likely with their Dawnbreaker. Unfortunately, though, unless they pick up a lot of bounty runes in the near future, I don't think he's going to have this Deso by the next fight anyways. 20,000 net worth on the loot. My god, this is a big carry.
How did Getchu get an Aghanim Scepter?
On.
Damn.
Oh, Benno, wow. I didn't notice that either. It's going to get put to some good use here. Sacred already going down. Benno able to hold the Poison Nova with that Aghanim Scepter. And I mean, with all these wards, all these glaives, no one can even walk up to this one. They popped the Abba ulti from afar, and Matthew, he's going to try to run away from this one, but the dive in from the Ember Spirit looks like he'll be able to dish out all the damage needed to kill those backline supports. Even with the jump in for the Tiny, allowing Sabat to get on top of these two heroes. And man, even in the Fountain, it feels like they aren't that safe. Dark Mago will go down. GG is called game 1. Going to Team Tempest. What a comeback from the mid lane on Ember, and what a well-played mid game from Tempest as a whole.
Yeah, this did not go the way I thought it would. I mean, we spoke about the timing that Tempest needed to hit, and they definitely did. They got the